All right, and now for the third and final part of our warm, cool trees, we're going to be doing the background in cool colors. So blues, teal, all the different kind of greens you can find, and all the different kinds of purples that you can find. So blue, teal, and teal, of course, is green and blue mixed together, green and purple. These are all cool colors. They make us feel relaxed. They make us feel calm. We're going to start by placing colors toward the bottom of our paper. I'm going to highly suggest that you place greens toward the bottom, blues in the middle, and purples toward the top. If you don't want to do that, you can follow this video's example and just place them wherever you see fit. And just like the inside of your tree, the inside of that circle is all warm colors. Well, the same thing applies to the cool colors. You don't want to have two cool colors right next to each other. So you don't want a teal right next to the exact same teal. What you want is to try and keep these colors scattered and random. So I'm never going to place two of the same color either next to each other or on top of each other. Diagonal's okay, but you want to do your best to place them kind of far, far away from each other. And I know that not everybody is going to be using colored pencils. Some students are going to be using crayons. Some might even be using markers, and that your colors might be limited. So I'm just going to say that you want to keep them as randomized as possible to get the maximum effect of having cool colors on this masterpiece that you're creating. The next thing is no scribble scrabble. No, sloppy coloring. You want to cover up the white paper underneath entirely, all the way to the borders of each individual square to get the proper effect out of this work. It's very important that you remember your craftsmanship. Remember to use a pressure level 2. And we discussed that many rotations ago. Pressure level 1 with your pencil or your crayon is very light. Pressure level 2, of course, is kind of a medium pressure. Not the lightest you can press down, but also not the hardest. And then, of course, pressure level 3 is as hard as you can push down with your art supplies without actually breaking the art supplies. So this whole time, as you see the video going extra fast, I am using pressure level 2. I want it nice and even, as best as I can, and I'm going nice and slow. Now, since this entire rotation is all about coloring, it's all about using those cool colors, and we're covering the largest portion of our paper, I'm going to also recommend, with a nice artistic pro tip, that you take a break. Always take a break. If your hand is starting to cramp up, if you're starting to get tired, I want you to take a break, because chances are some students will not be able to finish this because of the amount of coloring, and that's okay. The most important thing is, if you said something to the effect of going at your own pace, having a good time, absolutely. I'm saying that every rotation because that's just how important it is. I want you to go at your own pace. Going at your own pace obviously means not creating art while your hand is cramping or in pain. Making art while kind of feeling uncomfortable, that's not a thing that I endorse. That's not a thing that's okay. I want you to take your breaks. Take a little break, shake your hand out, and then get back to it as soon as you feel comfortable. You have the entire week. You have between now and before next rotation to complete this project. So don't feel the pressure, and certainly don't feel like you need to go as fast as what you're seeing here on the video, because of course the video is in fast forward motion. In fact, I think I have this in times 8. It's 8 times normal speed, which means that this artwork, this probably took me somewhere around 50 minutes to an hour to complete totally. We don't have 50 minutes to an hour during this class. We have about 40 minutes. So you should be able to get quite a bit done, but I don't expect anyone to actually finish it. If you do, kudos, but there's no prize, there's no race, there's no trophy for finishing first. This is art. This is all about your artistic expression, doing the best you can do and showing yourself, your family, and the rest of your class something interesting and unique that perhaps nobody else has done before. Now, I have had some students within one square mix a couple of cool colors together, like maybe rainbow style, where it's a smaller and smaller square. I'm going to ask you not to do that. Just use one color per square, pace it out, do your best. Another important tip for this little masterpiece that we're working on is paying attention to those little portions of squares. Right where I'm at right now, you'll see that immediately to the left there's this teeny tiny section of square that's still exposed, so I'm going to fill that in with a dark green. But I want you to make sure that you get every single square as best as you can. So we've covered warm colors, we've covered cool colors, but there are another set of colors that I want you to know about, and those are neutral colors. Neutral colors are black, white, and brown. Black, white, and brown, and gray. So black, white, brown, gray. Those are neutral colors. They're neither warm nor are they cool. Now for me personally, I always thought that brown looked more like a warm color than a neutral color. But according to classic definition, brown is considered neutral. So the tree itself, that is a neutral color. So please do not color anything in neutral colors as much as you can help it. If you put some brown inside of the tree, you can look closely. So did I. I think brown looks more like a warm color. But if anybody ever asks, brown is neutral. Okay, I'm almost done here. I'm just making sure to get into these little areas down at the bottom, and I'm keeping the paper nice and steady by using my free hand close to where I'm coloring to hold the paper in place so I don't accidentally crinkle the paper. And there you have it. You've got your warm colors inside the circle, you've got your cool colors on the outside of the circle. I think this is one of the more visually impressive artworks that we do all year long. Don't forget to take a picture, upload it to Schoology so I can check it out, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.